Guys, I think we have to agree that our OBS, I think its network or something is failing us for this live stream. We would continue with the live stream some other day when we finally, stabilized our OBS. All right, that's when we'll be able to continue with that live stream. Anyways, so this week we've been able to look at these pairs so far and start with the gold. I hope by the today you know there is FOMC, but this is not the same FOMC that people normally expect. I think this is just a meeting. Let's see. We have FOMC. This is just meeting minutes. Uh, um, it is not that sharpness of whatever is because at other times you normally expect they are coming to know to cut rates, to announce rates and everything, but this is just minutes reading. It might not have the impact as we are used to, but all the same, we are so much aware of it, even as we are preparing for it. So gold, this was yesterday. I had this anticipatory, outlook on gold, and we're really expecting to see price reacting on those particular areas before looking for a continuation or for some selling, opportunities. Although the market has really pushed way above our targetary zone, as you can see, because the 1 hour time frame was here, we were expecting the market to actually um, react on this zone because there was a failed swing high on this level, which led to a market structure shift over here. Now, when that happened, price has failed terribly. So we are actually currently looking at something new in the market as we speak. If you go to the 4 hour time frame, there has been market pressure, market pumping up, and everything about that. Now, those who are trading in the higher time frame will be vindicated to see that or to say that we were not yet in for sales because this has been the market trend. Market pushed. Uh, if you look clearly at this market really pushed all the way to this level over here, and it gave us this low over here. Then it was playing over here. So as long as the market was playing above this low here, we're still looking for such kind of a movement to the upside. So only that we're trying to look if you can get short-term sales and things like that. But in the long term, that was the direction of the market, which has been a consistent with what has happened over here. Market decided to pull off this, a small demand zone that we had over there in the 1 hour time frame. I think also here the market is currently pushing and pushing, although with otherwise in terms of what we're looking at, but that is what has so far happened. All right, we say that we normally react to the market. And I guess I don't know what's making USD to lose momentum as we speak because I don't see any news that have been released. I think this crude oil inventory or something. So it's 530. No, it's not yet 530. But it is what it is. Market, I think, is reacting to something as we speak. And with this sharp movement in the USD losing it, that's USD losing on that level. that is USD losing on that on that on that on that ground. I don't know why we did not take this trade. Uh, there's been a sharp and satisfactory move. Um, oh no, yeah. Well, actually, I was looking forward to like sell from. I'm just giving an overview because I think my OBS is behaving a bit for now. So just giving an overview, then I'll be able to, once I settle my internet issues, I'll be able to come back and address a clear a clear move on each and every pair, right? So right now I want us just to look at what has happened. So for this GBP card, perhaps as it's evidence on what I looked at, GBP card, where is it? GBP card, I think it's here. I was really looking to buy from this supply zone, and the reason was simple. We were in a very good downtrend, as it's evidenced here. Break of structure, and there was a liquidity sweep over here, which was very good indication for me or for the market to continue going down. So I was looking forward to see if market would react either to this supply or the extreme supply before selling again. But I can see market has really did us the thing. We went to react to this one. I was expecting to do some sales over this region over here, but you see there's been a push, and I think this impulsive push, there has been a fundamental or a news that has actually catalyzed that particular move. So these are pair that I'm still following closely to see what happens in the long. I'm just taking you through the trade that I was actually looking at when you are not here. The same applies to this GBP card. I mean this GU, the cable. You see the cable one, we had a liquidity sweep over here. This is 1 hour time frame, and again we did not have a market structure shift over here because market failed to close above the zone, which made me skeptical about taking the sales of this trade. Then one thing that happened, I was really waiting to see again after this liquidity sweep to the downside. I would want also to look at the leg that actually caused the liquidity sweep, which was I think all about here. This is the leg that swept liquidity. I see liquidity has been swept over here. This is liquidity that has been swept. The leg that came to sweep liquidity was this leg. So with a market close above the leg. So one thing that I would have expected at the same time was price coming down, to a zone build up here, so as to be able to be confident in taking the trade. But as we always say, you don't know what happens in the market, especially when we have news affecting the pair that you are trading. So in this case, GU has been affected by the news, uh, and it's now on a full rallying mode. So we don't actually catch a falling knife so as this. So it means these pairs at this moment cannot really be traded unless it gets to a pivot point where we expect some reactions, especially on the daily time frame. And this is where actually I'll be expecting to see a reaction on this pair. At this very moment, I'll be expecting maybe to see a reaction of this zone. So I'll not be trading that pair unless that one happen. Same to this one. You see it's now rallying, and perhaps we expect to see reaction of the next zone, which is a very good daily zone over here. This is where we are going to see if we can take some sales over that region. I think also same to gold. Gold now is really pushing and pushing. I can see the last time I checked gold, it had only moved 18 pips, or a distance of 18. I can see now it's 140, 138. So it means it has been a very, very, very generous high impulsive push in the last 4 hours. Uh, Caught me, and because I was actually expecting some sales, by the fact that I was able to see also an M pattern that was almost forming here. So I I said I was looking at this M pattern here, and I was like, okay, if gold breaks this zone over here, then we can be able to look for some sales. Although that one did not actually happen. It did not happen, and we lost that particular momentum in that case. All right, so that is on gold, and also euro is there. And these are the pairs that actually, if you look at them, these are the main pairs that I've actually looked at in the yesterday, and actually I've been following them to today. If you look at AUD USD, I think the same thing also has happened, and this pair was reacting on a daily zone, and we really were expecting some sales to this zone. Although I did not get enough confirmations, to take the trade. Cause let me show you something. I did not get enough confirmation to take the trade because I normally look for some good ways of taking my trades and not missing my entries. I think I missed this entry by an inch. uh, when I got this market structure shift, I think I was about here. I missed this entry because there was, of course, I think a liquidity sweep there. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, there was a more of a liquidity sweep over here. Break of structure, liquidity sweep. I mean, this liquidity sweep, then the market broke to the structure to the downside, which shows me more of a continuation pattern. So I was expecting exactly after this break of structure to the downside here, which shows me the more of a continuation pattern to the downside. I was expecting to see a push up here. I was expecting to see perhaps a push to this small supply created over here to continue pushing down to the levels like this. But now that one did not happen, and price has strangely turned its back to the downside move, which is something worth noting and worth taking. All right. Same applies to this guy. This one, I think its explanation is actually clear, as we can see. Actually, I think this one is already reacting to the way I was expecting to see it react, because there was a liquidity sweep over here, or rather liquidity, yeah, actually a liquidity sweep, break of structure to the upside. All these areas are areas of inducement, and I can see price actually is really reacting to these zones, right? To this zone over here, building up more liquidity. So I was really looking forward to see what local price doing. When I saw this liquidity sweep over here, and I saw a very nice M pattern over here, if you look at this one, I was expecting to see price coming to this zone, reacting back to the M pattern, and perhaps pushing down to collect all these liquidities that are residing over here. All right, which I think in the preparation is what we are currently seeing, right? Currently seeing. So we had a market breaking structure to the downside, a continuation pattern, and market actually has retraced to the zones here. Although I don't have a very clear sell setup for that matter, but it's something that I'm so much hopeful and confident we'll be able to continue seeing it happen, right? I'm much hopeful and able to see it going continue happening. Yeah. Yeah. Um, so these ones are the pairs that actually sijakuwa na set up on them. To see USD CHF what has done, I think I was not able to look at this pair, and actually I was ultimately expecting this pair to react here, but it has refused, and now we are watching to see if it closes above this zone or below the zone, and see what gonna happen. So we are currently handling a situation of price Because CHF they are losing it. CHFs are losing it or are gaining. CHFs actually they are gaining it a lot compared to the other currencies. Uh, we know of course USD is losing it. So we are handling a situation of that impulsive move right now in the market, which might not be good for us. Now look at this pair. This pair, I think I've just wasted this trade because I was actually supposed to have taken this trade from here, and finally it has hit my TP as you can see there. And again, it's giving us some nice maybe re-entries that I think it's worth us looking at them, because you can see after this a small break of structure to the downside, market has come to react to take out all these liquidities, and now we are reacting on a supply zone. So chances are very high, at least we might get some selling pressure all the way to this level over here. That's about like 60 pips. So the best thing is to check on our entry criteria and see if you can be able to secure the sell trades that are actually happening over there. So that's what we want to check and see if we're going to be able to achieve that. All right. So currently I think we are dealing with an M pattern. We've not seen a liquidity sweep yet. We are dealing with an M pattern. Right, which is a very good clear indication. So I think if you can get something back to the zone or rather even collect liquidity, we can be good to do some sales to this level. So that's what we are currently looking at. That's what we are currently looking at to see. That's what you're currently looking at to see if you can be able to ride on those individual or specific cells. On this one, I think uh, this one, I think this correction is actually doing us some nice work. You can see CHF JPY is pushing up, something that's good for us, and we keep following that. So as we see, I will speak right now. There has been consolidation, but market is now breaking up with a lot of pressure. So at these times, it is also good to take note of that and be cautious on the trade that you are taking. So at least I think we can do ourselves some justice and wait for the cooling of the market a bit before prospecting on our next direction. So we'll keep on updating. I'll keep on updating you guys. But for now, I think I'll stop here as we keep monitoring the market to see what's happening. All right. So we'll keep each other noted. Let's see how everything goes in the long run. See you then.